in the root folder of my C drive, so I'm going to go ahead and CD into my folder test. And I already had command for smali saved, so it's actually going to be C, because I have everything in my C drive. I put it all there, so it's easier for me to reference things. Could put it in your path if you want, call it from anywhere, but actually I don't think you can put it in your path, sorry. So let's go ahead and C : backslash, and it's going to be baksmali dot jar. That's what I named mine. And then we're going to tell it what it's going to decompile. In this case, it's going to be class.dex. Hit enter. It's going to take just a moment, and it's done. Pretty quick. A lot quicker than what it used to be. Jesus Freak really optimized it and sped it up quite a bit. If we pull this back up, we now see that we have a folder called out. Let's open up out. You'll see a variety of different folders when you open up out. In this case, we're only going to have one. It's going to be com, then you're going to have Android, then you're going to have music. Okay, now here are all the files that baksmali generates. Quite a bit. Now if you do something like services.jar or framework, you're going to see a lot more files. Let's go ahead and open this up quite a bit. Now you can see all of these are named smali files. Each one of these files is a class, meaning it's a class inside of a Java file. Just to break it down, you see here alarm browser activity 1, alarm browser activity 2. You see down here alarm browser activity album list adapter. So alarm browser activity is our main Java file, meaning our main class. And then all these other ones are going to be subclasses or other instances of it. Such as in this case, album browser activity album list adapter. Album list adapter is going to be a class called from album browser activity. So let's go ahead, open one of these up. Let's find a good one to open. We'll go to, see, I know a few of these because I've been working in them, so we'll go to, where is it? Well, okay, media button intent receiver. Let's check that out. I recommend using TextPad. I use TextPad for everything. Jesus Freak actually turned me on to it, and I swear to y'all, it's the greatest thing on earth. So when you open up smali, you're going to see a lot of stuff in here. It's probably not going to make a lot of sense to y'all. Or to some of y'all. Some of y'all probably read this better than I do, because I'm still struggling with it. Basically, we're not going to go everything in here, but just to go over a few things. You know, this is a method right here, direct method. Here's a method starting right here. Registers, I believe, is the number of variables. I could be wrong on that. You know, that's end of a method right there. That's returning some value right there, whatever PO is. That's a Boolean value right there. So you got to kind of go through, and you can read it. You'll get used to reading it. Z is a true or false. That stands for a value. This looks like it's actually returning a value on that. But there's a lot of stuff in here you can do. Basically, if you know assembly code well enough, you could go in here and basically reconstruct the Java files from this if you really wanted to. I certainly wouldn't want to, but if you were so inclined, you could. And that is pretty much it. Now let's just say we made our changes. Sorry. Let's just say we made our changes and we are done. We would go back in here. Yeah. Forget, it doesn't work. And now we're going to use smali.jar to go ahead and recompile everything. And we're going to type in the out folder. We're going to hit that, and we're going to wait a few moments. It's done. We're going to go back here. let's go ahead and go to test. Now you see we have a good old class.txt all over again. You would then take this as your final product. You would copy it. Let's go back to the C drive. Go back to music.apk. Right click. You would paste it. Copy and replace. You're done. Rename your file. You probably don't have to re-sign it. I just did. I have that resign.apk. I don't trust it. Whatever. And then you would push it back to your phone, put in your update.zip, and push it back, and see if your changes was made. I will advise you be very careful when editing these smali files. Boot loops can happen quite easily. It's not difficult. You change wrong value, something like that, you might get lucky, and smalis might warn you that you did something wrong, or you might just get unlucky and get all the way to a booting, looping phone that goes nowhere for eternity. So work with it with caution and have fun with it. Maybe one day I'll put a little more time into actually going into the files and explaining exactly how to read certain parts of them. It's quite another tutorial at quite another time. But for the time being, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope I helped answer a few questions. And we'll see y'all around the forum.